Hello everyone, I am Erika of Beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika, my weekly BD broadcast. Today we are going to have a live design session from the newest Beading School Academy team box, The Bird of Paradise. But before we would start, please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. As my face camera is not working at the moment, I can't start two cameras for some reason lately, then you should be able to see my baguette cabochons that I'm going to work with and hear me talking already. So please let me know if it works. It should be okay on YouTube and on the Beading School Facebook page. And Lita says that looking good and sounding good, so I am super happy about that. And hi, Ginny and Georgina and Catherine, Antoinette and Cindy and Malia, Kata also besides Lita, Catherine, wonderful ladies. So as I said, today we are going to have a live design session. It means that I'm going to play with some of my leftover beads and components from the latest Beading School Academy team box, The Bird of Paradise. The Beading School Academy is a BD membership program, a bi-monthly BD membership program, and I dare to say, based on feedback from our dear beaders, that it's the most valuable one out in the beading world at the moment. It comes from a curated set of components with tutorials that you can use, with mini workshops, with articles, with a wonderful, helpful community, and even a storytelling night that is happening already on the 19th of October. So this week already. And today I'm going to play during the live design session with the baguette cabochons. That's something that I really, really wanted to do, but somehow the designs that I intended didn't work out how I expected them to be. I played with them a bit, but then when I saw Zuzi's design, then when I saw actually Vicky's design that's coming today a little bit later, then I put them aside and I let the other ladies, other designers come to the foreground. But still today, I really have the urge to play with the baguette glass cabochons a bit more. The tradition of live design sessions, when I try to come up with a new beaded motif while meeting you here live during a video, started quite some time ago. Does anyone remember when did we start it? Or which live designs did you like the most? Do you remember them? I'm curious. And in the meanwhile, I would also like to greet Lutka. Oh, and Lita says that she's not able to bead much because her hands hurt too much. Dear Rita, I'm glad that anyway, despite the pain, you are here with us, and I hope that it gets better very, very soon. Beading is also very much about mental health, not only about the beautiful jewels results. And I totally feel your pain when you would need it the most because you experience something difficult, but you can't bead, and it seems like it's making it even worse. So all my compassion is going out to you, Lita. And hi also Beatrix and Gail and Erika and Bernadette. Timmy is here. Nana, Molly, Brit Marie, Zuzi. When Catherine says that she used all her baguettes in her challenge piece. I'm really, really curious about that, dear Catherine. And Helena is here. Kimberly, Aniko, Sharon, Cindy, Deb, Yosin, Sangita, Manuela. And Lita says that she loved the Sayulita sunset design. Oh my god, thank you so much for saying that, Lita. the Sayulita sunset and the Aurora Borealis, those two were really, really challenging for me, the live designs, because that's when I got my concussion. And with Aurora Borealis, it was actually during the first days after my concussion when actually I realized how bad it is. After live design, I knew, like, oh my god, this is not great. So those were challenging times, and actually that's what I was referring to when I said that you have something going on. You need to take care of your mental health, and then you can't bead. That is frustrating. But at least the community and the beading friends are there, and that matters a lot. And also, hi Ingrid and Asta. Oh my god, Deborah says, I have loved you since 2020. I don't remember what was first. And Corinne is also here. And lovely ladies. I already see many, many, many friendly faces, friendly names popping up from different countries. And I would like to say, in the name of the whole Beading School team, that we are thinking of our beaders in the United States affected by the hurricanes. And also, we are very, very much thinking about our friends in Israel and the Middle East. And please know that we are thinking about you, and our hearts go out to you. Wishing you lots and lots of strength, dear ladies. So I did not get an answer, any guesses that, what do you think, when did we start with live designs? If I remember it well, then it might have been the Dream of Sibylla box, but I'm not 100% sure. So this is something that I will actually check afterwards. But back to today's session. As I said, we already have some nice designs for the baguettes, but it is something that I really wanted to play with. So that's what I'm going to do. I will start with a baguette in a metal claw setting. We have many, many beautiful colors from these, by the way, at the moment in the bead shop waiting for you. And then the rest, well, that's still a surprise how it will evolve. Before I would start, then I would also like to show you how you can fix the the cabochon to the metal claw setting in the easiest way. So that is super easy. All you need is a little spoon. That's what works for me the best. Unfortunately, I managed to leave my traveling bead mat on the plane to Mexico earlier this year, so I had to find a new spoon that I am using at the moment. But recently I visited Delft here in the Netherlands, and I went to the flea market, so that's where I picked up this vintage spoon. But of course, it can be any spoon. And actually, I brought back some goodies with me from the flea market that I'm going to share with you later. So stay tuned. But back to claw settings. So this is how they look like. They are made usually in golden colored, with golden colored and silver colored, from golden colored and silver colored metal. And they usually have like 4 holes where you can attach beads. And the cabochon, it should sit on top of the claw setting. So it should not sink into it, but when you look at it from the top, then you should be able to see the cabochon, but not the edge of the metal claw setting. What I like to do is that I hold it down with my thumb, and then I gently push on the prong with the spoon, with the back of the spoon, and then I close the one opposite of it. So already 2 are done. I turn it around and I do the same. So I push gently on the prong with the back of my spoon, and then on the other side too, and it's done. So what's also possible, if you are desperate and you have a feeling that you messed up the colors and you already attached some beads, but you want to change the color of the focal, that you can actually gently open the prongs again with a thin knife, or like this office knife. So don't worry, be extra careful. So don't hurt yourself, but remember that it is possible. So this is how it goes. And Catherine says that there was already a live design for La Dolce Vita. I actually don't remember it. Oh my God, I have to look it up. And also, hi, Linda. And oh, Brit Marie is watching after a long time. Welcome back, and get well soon, Brit Marie. And thank you, Kata. And hi, Christy, and hi, Kristen. So let's start with a baguette cabochon. And I have here a bunch of beads with me from the Bird of Paradise box. And, well, I was thinking that I might try to somehow add maybe the 6mm Preciosa Sue ones, but there are also other possibilities. Maybe starting with the 3mm Miyuki bugle beads. I know that you also wished for more tutorials using those. I'm 100% sure that I want to use the Preciosa bicons. So we have 2 bags of the Preciosa bicon beads in the Fuchsia Level Beading School Academy team box, the very rare 3mm light cyan 2x AB, and the matching 4mm light cyan 2x AB. So those are also possible. I have here crescent beads, pinch beads, mini diamond duos. Of course, I have a bunch of fire polished beads, pearls, even more fire polished beads in this beautiful milky purple that the company who made it, they had it like on a side shelf, and they said like, oh my God, this color is not great. It didn't turn out how we wanted to. And we were like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Give us all of them. So that's how they got into the box. And then I also have tila beads, and of course a big bunch of seed beads. So ladies, any ideas where to where to start? I'm thinking that maybe I shall take a good look. How can I attach the Suwon rhinestones? Maybe I can create, or even the 8mm cubic zirconia that were in the box. Maybe I can create a little bezel. Ooh, okay. Sometimes, and thank you, Linda, sometimes I'm so nice and I like to invite someone on the screen to help me. Sometimes I have a train of thoughts that I want to follow through, and now I have like 3-4 ideas already like rushing through my mind. So this is going to be complicated for me to make a decision. But let's see. This is one of those occasions when you can get an insight into how a designer works. And as you can see, it can be very, very chaotic. Very often I get the question like, aren't you afraid that you will run out of creative ideas? And actually I tend to have the opposite problem, that I have too many ideas and then I start too many projects. Of course, there are occasionally like not so lucky periods, like now, when earlier I couldn't work out what to do with the baguettes, or like nothing worked what I wanted to make work. It does happen. But actually I was working on a different type of creative projects, like designing academy boxes for November, December, and designing academy boxes for January and March. So that's where my creative energy went. And now that I'm done with those projects and designing virtually, now I'm back to designing, let's say, in real life on my bead mat. So what I did so far, that I beaded through one pair of holes in the cabochon, then I picked up a bugle, a 3mm fire polished on another bugle, and I beaded back through the other pair of holes. And I'm thinking that I might be able to start a bezel from fire polished beads, maybe. But first I'm going to repeat the thread path to make it sturdy. And in the meanwhile also Sherry and Shelley joined us. I think, by the way, that this abundance, sorry, it's again my pronunciation, of ideas, it comes from like actually beading a lot, that when I was not so fortunate to be able to bead, to dedicate so much time to designing, then ideas were more scarce. And now when there is a whole team supporting you beading school beaders and making sure that everything goes well, and I can dedicate my time to where I'm actually really needed, with planning and like strategy and designing, then I feel like everything is going so much easier and better. So I got back to one of these fire polished beads. Oh, and Erika says, there was a live design session for the glasshouse earrings in July. That was the first one. Now I remember. And it did not come from Beading School Academy team box, in my opinion. But indeed, that was the first. And I think the Quintilier sisters named it. So I managed to add a 3mm fire polished bead, and then I picked up 5 more fire polished beads of the same size, and I created a circle. So this is how it looks like for now. And first of all, I am going to retrace the circle to make it sturdier. Molly is asking, is it an earring, bracelet, or a pendant? Well, I would say it's everything for now, because until it's not finished, it can be everything we want it to be. There are still no limitations. Searching for some size 15s in a matching color. And hi, Gunnar. Of course, like everything is matching, but sometimes you want to choose a color that is more neutral. Sometimes you want to choose a color that is accenting. So that is more of a question. Okay, this is actually not it, what I want it to be. I'm going again for my favorite Delica color from the box. It's the 1457, the silver lined pale rose opal. This is one of the first beads that I was 100% sure that either this or something very, very similar should go to the boxes. And I think Molly's question that what it's going to be was a very good one, because the shape still can take us everywhere. If I would continue after the fire polished bezel, I would be able to add more baguettes so it can become a bracelet, for example. But I could also make it into a long earring. So still like lots and lots of possibilities. So I want here the cubic zirconia cabochon in the middle of the bezel. So I hold it down with my thumb, and I want to test that how many beads do I need to hold it down comfortably. And I have a feeling that I want to use the size 11s, and on the top it will be nice to add some Duracoat galvanized yellow gold to make it sparkly and luxurious. So I pick up a size 11. Then, okay, let me pick up also maybe a Delica. Yeah. Then 2 size 15s, and remember this is all like an experiment. I don't know if it will work or not, because this is a live design session, so I don't have a clue. What will it become? How will it continue, if it will work out at all? So I think the distances covered nicely. Christy says, maybe a diamond shape with 4 baguettes and then a crystal in the middle. And that is a wonderful idea, Christy. However, that would be a more time-intense project to bead, in my opinion. So I would experiment with it or play with it later, but it would not be, I think, doable during a live design session, unfortunately. Unless you ladies want to stay here until midnight, which is like 5:30 at the moment in my country, because I think I would need more time to work out something like that. But if you like the idea of 4 baguettes in a jewel, then I will have good news for you later today. I already mentioned Vicky, and she makes all these beautiful, beautiful sparkly projects. I love her big pendants so much. Also the one that we had in the Beaders calendar last year. She's doing great as a designer. And Nancy is here, and Terry. And I think I was able to actually figure out the bezel quite quickly. So that's it. Like, if you one time, few years ago actually, we had a good friend living with us. We had like several flatmates in the past, when my beading room wasn't a beading room yet. And once we were talking while standing next to the coffee machine, brewing our coffees. And he told me, he was an IT guy, he told me that originally he wanted to be an artisan shoemaker. And his master told him to practice the basics and practice making everything again and again and again, until even if he woke up during the night, his fingers would have the feeling of how to make something so much in themselves that he could like make a shoe when woken up at midnight, half asleep, because it would be like in his fingertips. And that's the advice that I got from him. And he told me like, just to like drill yourself. And indeed he was so right, because like with every project that you do, it will always become easier and easier to solve something in when reading a pattern, but also when designing your own jewels. And Lita says, I feel that way about peyote bezels. And Kimberly in the meanwhile said, I would love to hang out with all of you for several hours. So I created this bezel from seed beads using size 11 and size 15 milky round seed beads, and also some delicas in between. And I'm going to connect the pairs of size 15s to each other with a different color of delica, maybe just slightly different one. Or I'm going to this for this transparent pink mist luster. Oh, and Linda says, my daughter started school in September. She wants to be a graphic designer. And I think for everyone who creates, also including graphic designers, like just drilling also to be creative, kind of, even if it sounds counterintuitive, it is so helpful in the long run. So I'm pulling the beads closer together by adding Miyuki delicas between the pairs of size 15s. In the meanwhile, my seed beads are becoming a mess. That's my usual style of beading, I confess. I usually have messy bead boards. I'm curious, when you are beading, ladies, are you chaotic beaders or are you organized beaders? Usually there are these two types and nothing in between, but extremes. So this is the time of confessions. Are you a chaotic beader? Are you a messy beader? Or are you a well-organized beader? And Molly says, I hope I am not the only one that counts beads in my sleep for the next morning project. Beatrix says she's an organized beader. Lita is hyper-organized. Oh, Linda is with me. Then Ginny is also a chaos beader. That sounds so badass that we are chaos beaders, right? We tend to be ashamed of ourselves that we are chaotic, but sometimes we can't help it. When I create an especially good kind of chaos, then I'm always like thinking of Sarah. Sarah, are you out there with us today? She doesn't even have UFOs. But yeah, let's not be ashamed of ourselves. Of course, like, let's strive to be better. But yeah, Carol's beader, it sounds badass. And Nancy's organized. Yosin is very neat. Catherine is tiny. Says, I'm on a tiny beadboard, so as soon as I start the mix, Carol's beader here. Lita says, your bead mat is giving me the willies. I will move it. I will move the chaotic parts. I don't exactly know the saying, giving me the willies, but I suppose it's not something nice. Linda is a very tidy beader. Terry is OCD. Nancy is organized. Sharon says, I'm a complete mess. I usually have anywhere from 3-4 projects in the works on the same beadboard. Beats up at the end. Sherry says also, I'm definitely not the organized beader. Kristen is messy. Cosima is organized. Linda is a little bit of both. Christy says, I love your designs, Terry. You have a good eye. Indeed. And Corinne says, my beads have their own will and move all the time. And that's how I feel. It's not even me, right? No, I'm perfectly capable of taking responsibility for my beads. But yeah, I try to be better, but who knows if I will improve in the long run. Hopefully, yes. I labeled my work in progress projects during the weekend. It really helped that recently I had some special visitors because, for example, a small TV station from my home country, from Slovakia, visited me and they wanted to do an interview with me about my life here in Amsterdam. And that included talking about my work and showing them my beading room. So I had to, oh my God, I had to make it tidy and neat. So that helped a lot with organizing. When Lita says, that design could be a mega fancy middle finger ring. What a good idea. And hi, Nicolene. And Nico says, I always start as organized and soon it gets messy. I'm glad I'm not alone. I always decide that this is going to be the project when I'm going to be neat, but it doesn't really happen. Okay, so actually I have now the baguette. I have one bezeled paradise chaton. So that's cool, I would say. And I will repeat the same on the other side. I will try to do it as quickly as possible. And Beatrix is asking if I could rent an extra workplace in between. And unfortunately not. I really would like to have a separate studio dedicated to beading outside of my home because I think it would help my mental health and my time management. It would also create new possibilities. Like, this room is tiny. I actually still really admire the friends who lived with us, like how it is tiny. It's like 2 meters wide times maybe 3 or 4 meters. So it's less than 8 square meters, imagine. So it would be nice to have more possibilities and actually to have a guest room again. But this was not the best timing for it. So there were some more urgent matters to solve, and I have to be patient with this project. Britma is asking that maybe attaching the bezel to the prongs. It is a bit further away, but it will need some extra sturdiness indeed. I'm adding now. I created this circle from Friar polished beads. And now I'm adding Miyuki Delica size 11s in between, where I will attach more seed beads. Erika is asking if I have seen the right angle weave bezel, and thank you for asking, Erika. Like, I'm familiar with several types of right angle weave bezels, but I don't know exactly that which one do you have on your mind. Recently, we've worked more with right angle weave from the Beading School Academy team boxes, like Nitty's Optimus from the previous, the Fly Me to the Moon team. Corinne likes the colors together. Thank you. And Martika is also here sharing her experience about trying to be tidy. And we actually also had Zuzi here. Are you still here, Zuzi? Are you a tidy or a chaos beader? I know that you are very much into superheroes, so if you are a chaos beader, that sounds like a superhero. Don't be ashamed, anyone, to admit that you are a chaos beader if you are one. Holly! She says, I could listen to you talk all day. Oh my god, that's so sweet to say. And I'm so happy that I don't drive you crazy with my pronunciation and probably my grammar mistakes. And the second bezel is nearly done. Oh, nearly made a mistake. Yeah, thank you, Erika. Yeah, there are multiple versions out there, but I did not see one recently. And hi, Louisa! Okay, so it's time to pop in another cubic zirconia in Paradise Shine. And in the meanwhile, I managed to get an NC leg. How do you call that? When you start to, like, it's not itching, but you feel as if ants were running up in your limb. So I managed to cause myself that because I was actually, like, partially sitting on my leg. So oh, I hope it goes away soon. I have never had to do a live design session with an antsy leg. So that's new. That's a new level of challenge. Please bear with me, ladies. And dear Lita, thank you for your kind words. Like, I'm okay with it that my pronunciation is ow. Okay, it's getting worse. Anna says it's called pins and needles, and it's really, really bad. Oh my god, I will start to swear. Should I swear in some other language than English? Ow! Ow, ow, ow. This is like horrible. Oh my god. And I'm still beading. Ow. Sorry. This is too funny. Linda says swear in Hungarian. We still have like kata here. She will understand. Mm. Oh my god. This is so bad. I'm trying to breathe through it. I never know what helps, like pushing the leg or like leaving it alone. Oh. And Aniko also. The tricky thing is that lately, even when I'm talking Hungarian, then I use English swear words. So, okay, it's getting better. It's getting better. Okay. And the bezel is done. Oh my god. I'm not especially like happy with the joints in the motif here because it became a bit too sturdy, but let's see if I can still fix it somehow. But like the basic idea, in my opinion, is not bad. It's like alternating between the baguettes and between the 8mm bezels. You can do, I have a feeling, the same bezel with Preciosa, chatons, and also maybe Rivolis. Oh no, chatons Raider. And Irina says, in America, when we accidentally let out a swear word, we say, pardon my French. I don't know why. And that's interesting. I would be curious. And Ginny says, my aunt would swear in Bohemian, but by the intonation as kids, we would know she was talking bad. And Lita says, that would be a lovely bracelet if the motif is repeated. And Corinne is asking if I need help with swearing. Please do. Nicolin says, swear in Dutch. Oh my god, all the swear words that I know in Dutch, they are just too intense. I can't use them. Antoinette says we can handle a bad word or two. So, yeah, it would be a nice bracelet. I agree. I will actually add some more Miyuki 3mm bugles at the top. With a size 11 round bead in between. So I'm adding this between two delicas. I can actually enlarge the motif this way. Okay, now we are going for an adventure, ladies. Let me see. Where do we end up? Because you see, I'm adding this like kind of picots on the edge, made from 3mm bugles and around 11 in between. And then I can make it bigger. I'm a bit struggling now, pushing my needle through the baguette in a way that I don't break the bugle on the other side. So that's why I'm hiding. But I'm here with you. I just really need to look at it closely before I would make permanent damage to this. Then I would swear, like big time. And maybe I am not going to force it this time. Kimberly says, I did not swear until my son started. Now the two of us swear all the time. He was a bad influence on me. That is too funny, Kimberly. That is so, so, so funny. And ladies, I'm afraid that I will have to like stop now because it's 50 nearly. And yeah, I still have some important information to share with you. But I'm going to play with this some more, of course, after we have finished. I want to come up with like a proper design based on this. Oh, ja, since you can say verdomme in Dutch. That's good. That's good. And Catherine is asking maybe work from the back. Yeah, maybe I could create like a bridge or under the baguette. Oh, and Caroline knows the answer for Irene's. Pardon my French. She says, replying to Irene Jambeaver, it's actually a British phrase, and Brits started disliking everything French, so everything rude was French. So, thank you for the explanation. So, this is where I will leave the live design. So, I'm happy with the bezels and the construction, but after the video, I'm going to play some more and figure out how to create more space here so I don't risk breaking the Miyuki bugles. And I also have some other interesting things to share with you. I will leave this here while I talk, because I can't switch to my other camera. But more about bugles. Lovely ladies, you asked for more designs with bugled beads, and we actually asked our friend Vicky Roberts from the UK to design something with the bugles for you. I also asked her if it would be possible to include the beautiful historic filigree in the top, as I really love the different possibilities that it creates for us. I loved how Belinda just simply hanged fire polished beads from it, but as you can see, you can use it as a part of your necklace. And Vicky here, she created a square-shaped base from the 4 baguette cabochons and then added even a chaton in the middle and created this nice veil between the main motif and the historic filigree. So from today, this is also available in the Beadingschool bead shop. I put the code, the QR code on the page on the video, so you can access it easily if you would like to. And I think this is really a nice piece that she created. It's called Soar High. And Vicky says, soaring high is like a dance with the wind, a celebration of freedom, and a journey that lets you experience the beauty of life from the highest peaks. So the newest design by Vicky from the Bird of Paradise Beading School Academy team box is inviting us to explore new horizons where the view is limitless. And Vicky will show us how to create this beautiful necklace composed from the small baguettes with a bezel in the center and the historic filigree. So I'm really, really happy, ladies, that you like it. Ginny says that it's a beautiful idea, and Kata also likes it, finds it very nice. But there is also something more coming. You might remember that Veronka created the second signature jewel for us, and she used the hand-pressed, hand-painted Czech flatback cabochon to create it. And specifically for you, dear Beading School beaders, we ordered some custom coatings from the same design. So from today, there are actually not only these beautiful cabochons available in different colors in the Beading School bead shop, but Andrea and her team created also bundles, lovebird, we call them lovebird bundles, similar to what we had with the dragonflies cabochon for the Beading School birthday party. So we also found some other beautiful components matching the color and the style of the cabochons. So we have it in 8 different colors. This is a very beautiful one. For me, the one that I am showing on the left-hand side picture, that is the one that represents the best, the wild, free spirit that we are searching for during this theme. We also have vitriol green, crystal AB, it's beautiful rosy stone, and some others. And when we were in the Czech Republic earlier this year with Andrea, then actually we learned that these flatback cabochons, and they are made with one of the most traditional hand pressing techniques in the Czech Republic. And currently one of the last master bead makers is creating this, who is an expert in this technique. And when the bases are hand pressed, then afterward there is a team of ladies who are taking home the clear cabochons and then hand painting them with little paint brushes one by one. So each of these, they are truly like touched by multiple people in the Crystal Valley and created with the biggest care and attention. So whenever you are beading with this, then please remember how much care and time goes into creating them. And I can't wait to see what you create with these beautiful pieces. I already saw some of you playing with this, so I can't wait, while also the new colors will get on your bead mats. I would like to show you that I'm actually looking for the cabochons. Just a moment. Just a moment, ladies. So if you visit beadingschool.com and you click on the glass cabochons in the bead shop, then you will see between the newest ones, the new hand-painted ones that we have just added, the vitriol green, rose matte opal, dark blue, turquoise matte opal, vitriol medium, crystal AB, and the vitriol light. So what's great about this, that you can also glue them on ultra sweet, and actually Susie is in the process of playing with this, including it in bead embroidery. So thanks to the flat back, it's easy to work with them in bead embroidery, but they are also just great for bead weaving projects. It's also really worth it to take a look at the Treasury restock shelf. I'm adding the code to find it easily. So some of the clear glass cabochons are restocked. The gold colored chains with beads are restocked. And also what I learned from the ladies, and I'm searching for them on their Treasury restock shelf, that some of the pumpkin beads, some of the lily flowers also came back, lacy tear beads, vibe duos, gem duos were also restocked. So you can see lots of colors of vibe duos, and many of you were waiting for a restock for the wax solo beads. Some preciosas, gem duos. And also the lemongrass cabochons. For some reason I don't see them here on the Treasury restock shelf, but in fact the lemongrass cabochons were also restocked. What's also important, that this Thursday we are going to have a live video for No One Has to Bead Alone, and we are going to bead Susie's Parotia motif. And during the weekend, you can enjoy a storytelling session with Chenge. So, dear ladies, please make notes, or please visit the event calendar here at beadingschool.com. Here you have the lemongrass cabochons. I managed to restock some of the colors. So, lovely ladies. Those were the news for today. And I would like to thank you for your attention and company. And thank you so much for laughing with me when I had the pins and needles and ants running in my leg, and I was beading and bezeling while I was in considerable pain. And let's see, where does this basic idea take us? I also would love to encourage you to play with what I have started, and let's see, where does it take you? I would like to thank all of you who decided to trust us with your precious bead orders. We are really, really happy and honored to make your beady wishes come true. I can't wait to see you again on Thursday, and I would like to wish you happy beading with Vicky's beautiful necklace. By the way, we also have bundles available for it, also in a different color. So, waiting for you in the bead shop. Thank you so much, ladies. Happy beading and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.